So today we are presenting to you the training of zinc, so the power of zinc. So people are knowing that TNs are selling a lot of supplements, right? We are very good in supplements. In the very first supplement, which is our calcium, right? The calcium from 28 years ago, when we first started, we started from calcium, TN's calcium, very famous calcium. Right, so from the calcium we derive to some others. Products like zinc, chitosan, spirulina, everything. Every country may have different products. Okay, but what I found that zinc is actually in all the countries. Zinc, calcium, all these are in all countries. Every country is having zinc. And I also found out that many people are not understanding zinc. We are too much focusing on calcium, right? So calcium is good, of course. Calcium is good. It's very important to help us to build up our body, to neutralize the body pH level, to make the acidic body become more alkaline. Okay. But the other thing, the other substance, the other nutrients are also important. And I would say that today we will talk, when we are talking this zinc, that this is the most important micronutrients in our body. All right, along with magnesium, but we don't have magnesium today, so we are not going to talk about magnesium. But zinc alone itself, you will find out this is a very miracle, very unique, very special nutrients that everyone must have. Okay, regardless you are woman, regardless you are man, regardless you are kids, you are elderly, all right, everyone needs zinc actually. All right, so we are so glad that TNS actually is having a very quality zinc products to compete with others with other company. So today I'm going to present to you what is zinc, and I hope you can find out the zinc, the miracle of zinc, the power of zinc. All right, and then to make you have more confidence on zinc products. And if you are not taking zinc yet, after today you must start to take zinc. And for additional, I would like to also slightly introduce myself as well. Besides, I'm the GM of India and Malaysia, also taking care of this Asia Pacific, TNS Asia Pacific Training Education Department. And my background is a nutritional medicine practitioner. Okay, so in short, we are certified to use high dose nutrients to treat patients in Malaysia. Okay, I don't do that because this is not my primary. I used to treat patients by if anyone really requesting on this. I used to use treat patients to learn more, to gain more knowledge, to gain more experience, and then to contribute to TNS. Okay, so all right. Okay, so from WHO, you can see WHO estimated that zinc deficiencies affects 31% of population, which is every 3 people will have 1 people averaging. Every 3 people will have 1 people is having zinc deficiencies. Okay, and the ranging from different territory, from different country. Okay, it's about from 4 to 73%. 4 to 73%. So some countries they are having a good source of zinc. So they're like people who are staying somewhere around the seaside. Okay, and they are always taking the seafood, always taking the oyster. Yeah. We all knew that oyster is having very good source of zinc, right? So when we are lacking of zinc, we are having a zinc deficiencies. Doctor will always recommend us to take some oyster, correct or not? To take some oyster, but Is that really ideal to take oyster? Yeah, a cooked oyster still okay. Okay, but people are used to eat raw oyster. When we are taking raw oyster beside the zinc, and we are also taking in some viruses, right? And the viruses are actually attacking our body. Okay, so taking a raw oyster is not really that idea. Okay. Okay, so 4 to 73% in the world world's populations, right? Which means many people are having zinc deficiency, but they not even realize that. They not even know that they are having the zinc deficiencies, because if you are having zinc deficiencies, it is not a life-threatening problem. Which means not life-threatening problem, which means you are lacking of zinc 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, are not taking any zinc products, any food with zinc, you are not dying. You will not die from zinc deficiencies immediately. But zinc deficiencies is actually one of the major cause to cause us having a lot of chronic situations, to having a lot of chronic problems, health disorder, right? So what is zinc? Right. Zinc is considered as an essential nutrient. It's considered as an essential nutrient, which means we must have this, and we cannot produce that. Right. All the minerals like vitamin D3, the body can produce vitamin D by go under the sun. Right. The UV will convert your cholesterol into vitamin D, and then go to your liver, go to your kidney, then make the vitamin D3 become active. So body can produce vitamin D, all right? And the body can recycle vitamin C and vitamin E as well. So, but for nutrients, for minerals, cannot. All the minerals, the body cannot synthesize the minerals. The body cannot make minerals. So the body only can have the minerals like zinc, calciums, magnesiums, phosphate. All these are only can taken from the food. Okay, so it is very essential. So we call it essential nutrients. For those we cannot synthesis by ourselves, cannot make by our own self, we need to take in from the foods outside, that we call it essential. So it's an essential nutrients. Okay. So, and the zinc, please remember, zinc is the second most abundant trace mineral in your body. So after the iron, okay, after the iron, we have iron. So zinc is about half of iron, right? We have about 2 grams of zinc in the body. So it's about half of irons in the body. And we about 10 to 15 times of copper in the body. So zinc is very important, and zinc and iron are rich in our mind. So later you will know that zinc is actually affecting your brain functions. Okay, it's not only people knowing zinc is maybe only for this man function, sexuality functions. Okay, women's this fertility functions. Not only that, not way more than that. Even diabetic also relating to zinc. Even your obesity may also related to zinc deficiencies. Okay, so zinc deficiencies is a major health problem, right? Especially in developing country. Developing country like us, we are in developing country. In Asia, the well-developed, the developed country would be China, Japan, Korea, Singapore. All these are developed country. Okay, so Southeast Asia mostly are still a developing country. Okay, so the World Health Organization, WHO, already decided, already putting this as a major disease contributing factor, zinc deficiencies. Even WHO also saying that, right? So we should put attention on this. Okay, so this is a story of zinc. In 1974, right, the zinc has been discovered and proven that is essential for the development of animals. Okay, and then 1961, so it's also found some these dolphins in Iran, also tightly connected with the zinc deficiencies. And in 1969, the US doctor found that after tooth extraction, taking zinc can help wounds to heal faster. And then we know that, if we're having some wounds, we can take more zinc, then the wound will heal faster. We will get a recovery faster after if we do some surgery. Okay, and zinc supplement has been successful in treating male infertility and impotence in 1980. In 1980, mainly infertility. Okay, impotence not only zinc. If you're having impotence, don't expect only zinc will help you much. All right, we need to have more than that. We need to have more than that for impotence. So if you have interest on impotence, I can provide more information maybe later or maybe next chapter, not a problem. Okay, so zinc in 1974 already found out that zinc is having this therapeutic function, which is having some good function in treating disease or in helping the human growth. Okay, so zinc, this is zinc, and zinc is required. Zinc is for more than 300 different cellular process, which is 300 cells. These are, we call it enzymatic reactions. Okay, the enzymatic reaction, which means when the body need to make something new, we need to have some chemical reactions, some enzymatic reactions. Though we need zinc. So zinc is 300. Is having a reaction in more than 300 different cellular process. So, which including the gene expression. If you are having the DNA problem, you may be lacking of zinc. Okay, and the enzymatic reaction, maybe if you cannot synthesis on some nutrients, some body parts, some things, then maybe the enzymatic reaction is not good. So maybe also lacking of zinc, and of course the immune functions. The immune function is very much related to zinc level in the body, which I will present to you in a few slides later. Then, of course, protein synthesis also needs zinc, right? We need to take protein and zinc together. Zinc need protein to transport to your body. Protein is the transporter of zinc in the body, and also for protein synthesis in the body, the livers need zinc to synthesize the protein to make our new cells. All right, so we need zinc. And you will find out that all your glands needed zinc badly, all the glands. Okay, so DNA synthesis, the wound healing, the growth and development. So you may know zinc is helping the growth. Zinc is the growth factor, but why? Later I will tell you. Okay, and some hormone balancing and more. Even zinc is related to the hormone balancing. So from the food, you can see, you can find out all this food: oyster, beef, blue crabs, pumpkin seed, pork. All these are actually very good in is a richest source of zinc, right? Sorry. Yes. No. Still let me host. Okay. Only one host, right? Yes. Yeah. Co-host is there. Co-host is okay. Co-host is okay. Yeah. Maybe no. It's okay. We'll just carry on. Maybe later. All right. Okay. Sorry for disturbing. So mainly oyster. Zinc is rich in meat. Okay, zinc is rich in meat, rich in this seafood, especially oyster. Okay, and of course, at the right hand side, we can see that what we can see is all the beans, all the beans, the nuts that we are usually eating in South Asia, right? When we are making like dal, I love dal actually. I love dal. I go Bangladesh, I go India. I haven't been to Pakistan yet, so I believe in near future I will go there to visit you, my Pakistan friend. So I believe you have dal also, because I found that the food behavior, the dietary behavior are almost the same for the South Asia. So we eat a lot of lentils, a lot of beans, seed, nuts, all these things, right? So yeah, of course, beans, seed, nuts are contributing zinc as well, but the portions, the zinc containers is not that rich like meat. Okay, so which means we have to take a lot of beans, seed, nuts. We can only fulfill the 1 day's requirement. All right. So when we see zinc deficiency is actually quite rare, not really happening. Not really happening. Should not. I cannot say not really happening. Should not happening so frequent, so high percentage. One of three people is having the zinc deficiency, and because zinc is rich in all the meat. Most of us are meat eater. Most of us are meat eater. Some countries like India are having higher numbers of vegetarians, but still we are having a lot of meat eaters. So if you are a meat eater, you should not have this zinc deficiency, because zinc is rich in all the meat, especially the pork, especially beef, especially oyster, especially seafood. All these are having zinc or are rich in zinc. So people are having zinc deficiency. Mainly they are one of the problems. First, people are having zinc deficiency. Maybe they are not really absorbing the zinc in the intestinal. The zinc have to be absorbed in the intestinal, accompanied with protein. That's why you can see. Our zinc product is having like Bangladesh and Pakistan zinc product is having this egg white protein, right? Egg protein, right? Because the egg protein will help to transport the zinc. It will help you to absorb the zinc effectively. Okay, so the egg white in the product, the protein in the product is serve a purpose. Okay, it's serving a purpose. Okay, this India zinc, because of vegetarian, so I think this is no. India zinc is not having the egg protein, so the wording is too small. I can't read that. All right. Okay. Anyway, if the zinc is not, if your zinc is not come with protein, it's okay. You can take it after the meal, because usually we will take protein during with the meal. So after the meal, we can take zinc, not a problem. All right. So people with gastrointestinal disorder, which is the stomach is not good, absorption is not good. Usually elderly people, old people or kids, they are not really good in absorbing the nutrients. So some people, they are having some disease in the intestinal, in the stomach or something like that. So it's not really absorbing. It's not really absorbing the nutrients. Okay, so we will make them fall into the zinc deficiencies problems. Okay, and another thing is vegetarians, especially vegans. You are not taking those. You are not drinking milk. You are not taking eggs. Okay, egg is rich in protein and also rich in zinc, especially egg yolk. Okay, when you are taking egg yolk, you are taking good cholesterol, you are taking high zinc, and you are also taking iron. Okay, zinc, iron are usually together. So egg is actually a very good food. I take eggs every day. I take eggs every day. Every morning, I take I take 2 or 3 full boiled egg. Okay, and must be boiled egg, right? I rarely take fried egg. I rarely take omelette because when the egg you crack the egg, you fry it, it's actually exposed under the oxygens and high heat. So it's actually oxidating the the cholesterol, right? The good cholesterol, the good protein. So I'm not recommending people to take a fried egg and omelette. The best is still the boiled egg. Okay, take boiled egg, take every day take boiled egg. It's good for you actually. Okay, so vegetarians, people are not taking eggs, especially vegans. They are not taking eggs. If you are not taking eggs and you are not taking beef, you're not taking oyster, definitely you will have the problem of zinc deficiencies. Okay, and plus what? Plus the excess phytase. But the excess phytase, because when vegetarians didn't take meat, didn't take egg, they need something to provide. They need something to provide the proteins. Okay, so they will take a lot of bean, seed, nuts, and all these are actually giving the proteins. Okay, so and at the same time, the legumes, the seeds, soy product, whole grains, all these are actually, besides providing the proteins, also having a high phytic acid. Okay, phytase is a kind of a substance that which is lower down the zinc absorption in the body. Okay, so if you are vegetarians, basically you have zinc deficiency. So to me, vegetarians, you don't have to think too much. You don't have to do any tests. You can straight away go for zinc product. Okay, zinc supplements. It will help you a lot. Okay, and those like pregnant and lactating, because you are sharing your zinc to your babies. Okay, so you may have a zinc deficiency as well. So older infants, which means the kids, they are they should stop the breastfeeding, but they are still having the breast milk. You see, some kids are having breastfeeding up to 2 years, right? Age 2. All right, some up to 6 months later. Actually, 6 months 6 months later, you see the breast milk ingredients is changing time to time. All right. For the first few days, the breast milk is having a lot of antibodies. It's having a lot of the antibody, which is to help to feed the baby, to make the baby having better immunity, and then slowly it will start to provide some other nutrients. And 6 months later, zinc in the breast milks are usually gone. No more zinc in the breast milk to the baby. So baby, if still at the older infants, they are still having breastfeeding, it's actually not. They will have the albumin, they will have the good proteins to them, but the rest of the nutrients is actually lacking. Okay, so older infants are still having breastfeeding, they may have a zinc deficiency. So people who are having sickle cell disease, which is a kind of anemia, okay, and these are anemia, sickle cell disease anemia. This anemia, then the red blood cell is actually having a lot out of shape. Okay, so sickle cell disease, and this one also having zinc deficiencies. People with alcohol use disorder, which is alcoholism. People keep on drinking alcohol, drink a lot of alcohol, right? So they are usually zinc deficiencies. And people are having high consumption of cow's milk. You see, in India, we are having high consumptions of cow milk. I believe in Bangladesh and Pakistan is also having high consumptions of cow milk. Why high consumptions of cow milk will lead us to zinc deficiencies? As I say, we should take zinc with protein together. Then cow's milk is rich in protein, right? Yes, correct. Cow milk is rich in protein, but cow milk also riching in calcium. Okay, high consumptions of cow milk, high consumptions of calcium is actually, it will affect the zinc absorption in the body. Okay, so today, if you are taking Tian's zinc products, okay, and Tian's calcium products, I would suggest you to separate out. Okay, you maybe you spread out for by 1 hour before and after. Okay, all right. But because of the we are not really taking very high consumption, we are not really taking high dosage. So to take together, we're still okay. We'll still be safe. Not the problem is the affection is very mild. All right. People with high consumption, every day drinking cow milk 3 or 4 glasses, right? Putting cow milk as a normal water, drinking like that, then this kind of people, they may have these zinc absorption problems. Okay, zinc deficiencies. Okay, and people are having diuretic drugs. Taking diuretic drugs, it will help. It will mix the zinc released from the what is that? It will from your urine. Okay, if you are taking diuretic drugs, you will mix the zinc released from your urine. So this is a very big impact of our, if we are having zinc problem. The zinc is actually benefited to our endocrine system. What is endocrine system? Very simple. Everything secrete hormones. You can put it as an endocrine system. Okay, so like your pituitary right over here. Okay, inside there's a small like a peanut thing. Okay, so this is a pituitary, and then your pancreas, your thymus, your thyroid, your adrenal, your kidney, your kidney, your livers, your ovaries, your testicle. All these are secreting a lot of hormones, and you know what? All these organs are actually required high zinc. Okay, are actually require high zinc. In pancreas, rich of zinc. In liver, rich of zinc. In testicle, in ovaries, rich of zinc. Okay, so we need zinc badly actually. Zinc is very important. When we are having zinc deficiencies, definitely all these organs, all this will be disordered. Your endocrine will be disordered. That's why if you're having zinc deficiency, it will affect your pituitary gland. It will affect your hypothalamus. Okay, then the pituitary gland control 8 hormones, secreting 8 hormones. The hypothalamus controlling your starving, controlling your some emotions, right? And the thymus is a net of T cells. Pancreas, T cells is thymus is a nest of T cells, and T cells is one of your very important immunity. So if you are lacking of zinc, you are actually lowering down your immunity. And pancreas, of course, we knew that pancreas is secreting the insulin. Yeah. So insulin is very much depends on zinc. So if you're having zinc deficiency, you will have low production of insulin. Then low production of insulin will cause you to have these high blood sugars. Okay, and of course thyroid. We all knew that thyroid is controlling our metabolism. So if you don't want to have a fat body, you need to have a good metabolism. So to avoid the fat accumulate in the bodies, to avoid the toxic accumulate in the body. So thyroid function is very important. All right. So thyroid needs a lot of zinc. Needs a lot of zinc. And adrenal glands. Adrenal is controlling your stress level. Okay. Whether you can handle stress or not, you have to very much depends on your adrenal. So adrenal on top of your kidney. So it's the adrenal glands. So, and the kidney is, of course, kidney is a detoxification organs. And also need zinc. Liver also needs zinc. And we have ovaries. Ovaries, ladies with ladies, you need to take more zinc. because zinc is benefit to our ovaries. If you want to avoid the woman diseases, you should take zinc. Okay, you should. I will present to you later. And of course, men, we already knew that the whole testicle, the whole prostate actually are full of zinc. So we need zinc in order to help us to make the sperms to protect the prostate. Okay, to prevent the swelling of the prostate. Oh, this already knew that. So, right. Let's see the zinc with the brain. Now, zinc, as I say, zinc is very important to the brain because of especially the learning and memory, the hippocampus. Okay, the hippocampus having the highest level of zinc in our brain. So the hippocampus is actually controlling our learning and memory. So if we are lacking of zinc, especially like old people, elderly people, they are lacking of zinc, then the zinc will make them to slow learning. They are not able to learn new things, and they will start to lose the memory. So zinc is very important for the learning and the memory. And zinc also is a very also very large amount in our choroid layer, which means actually in our eye. Okay, the choroid layer is supplying oxygen and nutrients to our eyes. Okay, so if we are lacking of zinc, we will have low vision as well. We will actually spoil our vision as well. That's why when we are having this zinc deficiency, which means we may easily to develop the vision problem, plus or minus, right? Like me, I'm plus, okay, but my plus heritage. You see, doctor is like that because doctor told me that this is from the gene. Our gene is having plus since young. My sister, me, my father's, even my son now also going to wear the specs, right? My son at 6 years old. I have that they bring him to do the eye checking, and he has plus sign, plus 100, 150. One side 150, one side 100, and he is only 6 years old. And doctor say this is from gene because doctor saw my specs. Then he said you are plus, so that's why this is gene. All right. So yeah, I agree that gene is one of the problem. But of course the nutrient supply also very important. So if we are lacking of zinc, all right, we are actually lacking of supply of the nutrients and oxygen to our eyes. Okay, so we will make our eyes become more fatigued, more low visions. And if we are lacking of zinc, also we are having this impaired DNA and protein synthesis during the brain development. That's why if we are having this lactating, people were asking me, can a pregnant woman or can a lactate woman, breastfeeding woman take zinc? To me, yes, you have to take zinc, all right, but don't take excessive. Follow the instructions because we have a few different packaging. So every packaging will have different instruction. So it's hard to tell, it's hard to standardize everything. So if in your country, follow the instruction of the zinc on the bottles, okay? And so by providing sufficient zinc to the baby, all right, it's actually helping them to do the brain development. Okay, helping them to do the brain development. As I say, the zinc needed badly in hippocampus, which is for learning and memory. And the kids love to learn something, and the kids are very good in memory. That's why we need to provide more zinc to them. Okay, so people with alcoholism, schizophrenia, people with schizophrenia, there's an advantage. If a schizophrenia people kill you, they may not go into the jail. Okay, they will go to the hospital, the mental hospital. Okay, the court will judge him, whether he is mental disorder, he is having some mental disorder, then he kill you, but he is not guilty. Okay, so schizophrenia people, it's like that, right? They don't know when they will turn to the bad guy. Okay, Wilson disease and pig disease. Wilson disease is something like it's affecting your liver. Okay, pig disease, if I'm not mistaken, is something like affecting the pig disease. I'm not so sure. This one I have to check for you. All right. This one I have go through, but I'm not so sure. I will check for you. Come back to you. Okay. And brain disorder. Okay. So all these are actually brain disorder. So when we are lacking of zinc, we may easily develop this schizophrenia, Wilson disease, pig disease. Okay. Alzheimer. These are Parkinson's. All these are related to zinc as well. Okay. So even alcoholism, people love to drink alcohol, also a kind of mental disorder. They can't control themselves. They are addicted to alcohol. Okay. All right. So zinc. Another thing is zinc and the metabolism. Zinc and your thyroid. This is very important. People are having thyroid function disorder, especially your hypothyroidism, which is you are having slow metabolism. People are having hypothyroidism. How do you judge your hypothyroidism? Very simple. If you go for a blood test, then you test your TSH, which is a thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, the thyroid stimulating hormone secrete from your pituitary. Okay, so if you're having high TSH, which means you are on the way to this hypothyroidism. If you're having excessive of TSH, which is out of the range, more than the normal range, you are officially a hypothyroidism. So what is hypothyroidism? Hypothyroidism means the metabolism is very slow. Okay, it's very slow. So if you're having hypothyroidism, usually you are very fat and you are accumulating the toxin, you are accumulating the bad thing in the body. So, and the cells metabolism is very slow. So you are, instead of like the skin cells, you can use up to 28 days. After 28 days, the new cells have to replace the old cells. But to maybe you are using the same cells for 30 days, 34, 35 days, 40 days. So you will have more wrinkles, more dry skin, more bad skin than other people. Okay, so this is hypothyroidism. Very easy. If you look at people who is very fat, they may have very high chance in hypothyroidism. Okay, so by looking, is very fat, they have the chance of hypothyroidism. But to confirm that it's hypothyroidism, they have to go perform the blood test. Okay, all right. Anyway, if you are having hypothyroidism, you will develop metabolic syndromes. Okay, so with metabolic syndrome, you will accumulate all the toxin. So as some of you already knew that metabolic syndrome will make you fat. If you're obesity, you have metabolic syndrome. And the 4 high symptoms, which is high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high uric acid, and these are high fats in your bloodstream. Okay, high cholesterol. All these are metabolic syndromes, and we all knew that the metabolic syndromes will affect our life. It will create a lot of life-threatening disease. Okay, so zinc is very important for our pituitary, also for our thyroid, because pituitary needs zinc to secrete the TSH. Then the TSH only can tell our thyroid to secrete more T4 and T3, which is the hormones to maintain our daily metabolism. And zinc also needed in our thyroid to produce these hormones. Okay, so zinc is, you can put zinc and hormones together. Whatever hormone you need zinc. Whatever hormones you are lacking of, you may lacking of zinc. Okay, so thyroid, the thyroxine, the hormones, T4, T3, the thyroid stimulating hormones. All these are hormones are reacting with zinc. So if you have zinc deficiencies, you will easily to develop hypothyroidism. Okay, then you will go into the metabolic syndrome. Then you will develop a lot of chronic disease. And diabetes as well. Pancreas is very important. Pancreas, we all knew that if we are saying that people are having diabetes, maybe they are lacking of insulin. So when you are diabetes, you go to the doctors. Doctor will first they will prescribe some the drugs like metformin for you to help you to make use of the to convert the sugar to become the triglycerides, to make use of the sugar, okay, to try to lower down the blood sugar in your bloodstream. But what if the metformin is not working anymore? Means the body is not storing, it's not effectively to storing the triglyceride anymore. So the blood sugar will go high. Then the doctor will give you the insulin injection. And for type 1 diabetes, people are usually they will go directly to insulin injection. So doctor will prescribe you insulin injection. So every day before you take the meal, you have to inject the insulin. So one day 4 times. And the night time, the night insulin usually is different. The daytime you have 3 times, morning, afternoon, evening. Then before you sleep, you have to inject another insulin, which is long lasting, because the whole night. What if the whole night you sleep halfway, the blood sugar shoot very high, then you go into coma, then you die, right? So the insulin. So insulin is actually, the doctor prescribed to you insulin to lower down the blood sugar, because insulin can control the sugar. We need insulin to introduce the sugar into our cells. Then we only can make use of the sugar. So when you are lacking of insulin, or your insulin quality is not good, doctor will prescribe you the injection of insulin. So the insulin is actually produced by our pancreas cells. The pancreas cell, which is the beta cells in our pancreas. We have beta cell, we have alpha cell. So beta cells is producing pancreas, so it's producing insulin. But we only have 10% of beta cells. The rest are alpha cells and other cells. So we have only 10% of beta cells. So the beta cells, 10% of beta cells will only secrete the insulin. And you know what? In order to produce the insulin, you need zinc. Because the insulin, there's one type of insulin, we call it zinc insulin crystal. Okay, zinc insulin crystal is an insulin in solid form and stored in your pancreas. Okay, so this is very important, and beta cell very much depends on zinc to produce the zinc level, to produce the insulin. So if you're having low insulin, right, you are maybe only lacking of zinc. If you're having high blood sugar, maybe the simple problem is you're just lacking of zinc. Okay, so try. I always tell people that if your problem is not life-threatening, okay, try some natural way. Try some nutrients. You see, nutrients will not kill you. Okay, you can take zinc, take 2 months, 3 months zinc, and then if you think it's still not helping you, then you only go for mainstream. Not the problem, right? Because zinc supplements are not killing you. You can take whatever you want. Yeah, it's not killing you. But drug is different. If you are taking a different drugs, taking a different medication, it can be life-threatening. Okay, so if you are not life-threatening, your problem is not life-threatening, you're having times, you are not dying tomorrow, or you're not dying next week, please try some natural ways, try some nutrients. It will help. Okay, if the nutrient is really not helping, then okay, no problem, you can go for mainstream, not a problem. Okay, so very important, the pancreas is full of zinc, so we need zinc. We need zinc to fill up your pancreas. All right. So with sufficient zinc, the pancreas will produce good quality of insulin. Then theoretically, can reduce your blood sugar. So if you're having blood sugar, guys, if you're having blood sugar, please remember, take zinc. Take zinc. Liver also. Liver, see, zinc is important for over 300 enzymatic reactions. Okay, so and all these enzymatic reactions are mostly happening in our liver. So to synthesis, like protein synthesis, producing the body producing the proteins is actually happening in liver, and liver needs zinc to make the proteins. So zinc is very important to liver as well. And not only that, zinc, beside the core factors of these enzymatic reactions, zinc also a very good antioxidant. And the liver is always the most harmful organs in the body because it's a chemical factory. Day and night keep on working, right? No rest. So it's very easy to get oxidative stress, okay? Which mean get oxidations. So get some attack inflammation. So zinc is beside the function of these enzymatic core factors, also a kind of antioxidants. So taking zinc is actually helping you to reduce the inflammation in the body, right? Reduce the free radical attack in the body, right? So to prevent this, to prevent the liver to become hardening, to become fibrosis, to become this liver cancer, you should take zinc, right? Zinc is very, very, very important to the liver also. And zinc and kidney, again, you see, kidney also one of the gland, and kidney usually once damaged, not easy to recover, to be reversed, right? Liver can be reversed. Liver disease, you see, liver is very strong, is having very strong regeneration functions, which means if you have a liver and you cut off 2/3, you only left 1/3, and this 1/3 will grow until a certain size, and it will back to normal working situations, provide you daily necessary needs. Okay, so even 1/3 of liver are still enough to maintain your life cycle. Okay, but kidney is different. Kidney if kidney damage usually are not that easy to reverse. Yes, it is reversible to us, but it's not that easy like liver. Liver is very easy, okay, but kidney is not that easy. That's why people are having this CKD. They are not really realize that when they're having CKD. So people are having CKD at stage 3. You will see CKD, which is chronic kidney disease. Okay, chronic kidney disease. So like stage 1 to stage 3 to stage 5. If you are stage 4, doctor will suggest you to prepare for dialysis. Okay, if you are stage 4, doctor will suggest you to go for dialysis. If you're stage 5, you definitely have to go for dialysis, straight away to go for dialysis, or else the kidney cannot release all the toxic. The toxic will remain in the body. Then you will get coma as well. You will fall into this toxicity attack. All right. So zinc deficiency is a risk factor for end-stage kidney disease. So to prevent kidney disease, you'd have to take zinc. Zinc is very important to kidney as well. All right. So zinc to the kidney, and come to the key point. People are interesting. Okay, these are making you interesting. Zinc and men. Okay, zinc, high level of zinc are essential for maintaining prostate health and function. So zinc high level of zinc essentials for maintaining prostate health and function, which is if you want to have good sperms, you want to have to produce enough sufficient sperms, a good quality of sperms to born a good baby. Before that, you have to go through a zinc, we call it a zinc therapy, okay? Which means go through a certain period, at least you go for 3 months to 6 months of zinc, daily intake of zinc, okay? I can assure you that after that you go to make baby, you will have better fertility, easy to make baby, easier to make baby, and also your baby will be more quality. Trust me, okay? Because the zinc improve the sperm quality. At the same time, also a good sperms is actually contain a good DNA. All right, good sperms. Good DNA, strong sperm will born a strong baby. Good sperm will born a good baby. Good DNA will born a good baby. Okay, so zinc improving the sperm, indirectly improving also giving you a better baby. So if you are planning to have a baby in short future, please start now. Take zinc. Take our 10 zinc daily according to the instructions. Okay, take zinc daily. Oh, not only you and your wife also have so a wife and husband also have to take zinc, because zinc is very important to ovaries. Okay, zinc is very important to ovaries. Later I will tell you about that. So for men, okay, so zinc will increase your sperm density. Okay, so so it will improve the conceptions and pregnancy outcome, right? And so zinc and also not only preventing the prostate enlargement, but also helping to shrink the prostate gland that already swollen. So if you're already having this prostate swollen, okay, you're having high PSA, okay, prostate swollen, then by taking zinc is actually helping you to reduce the prostate size. So if you're having the prostate swollen, it will affect it will affect your urinary. Okay, you will standing as a man, we used to stand there. Okay, as a old people, they cannot stand too long, they have to sit down. Okay, and if you are standing there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the urine is still not coming out, then maybe the prostate is swollen and then pressing your urine tract. Okay, so making you are having difficulty on pee. Okay, so zinc will help you. Okay, if you are standing very long in front of the urinary bowl, then you should take zinc. Okay. So, and the study has reported that zinc is markedly decreased 60 to 80% in prostate cancer compared to normal and benign prostate tissue. What is benign? Benign, which means is a tumor, but it's not transferring. We put it as a benign, which is not harmful. Okay, this malignancy, which is a cancer, we call it as a cancer. Okay, so tumor usually are benign, right? Cancer cells usually are malignancy. All right. So, and no study reported prostate cancer without decrease in zinc levels so far. So, which means all study has shown that prostate cancer will usually accompany with low zinc level. So, we should, very simple, to prevent the prostate disease for men. If you want to have a good prostate, if you don't want to standing in front of the urinary bowl for so long, for a few minutes, and people come and go beside you, and you're still standing there, still waiting for your pee, right? Take zinc, please. Okay, zinc is very important to men. Zinc is very important to men. And of course, zinc also very important to women. Women, you must take zinc, and more than men, right? Because zinc is actually nourish the ovary follicles, right? Your follicles come with specific numbers of eggs. Okay, as a woman, you may have millions of follicles, but you have only 400 to 500 follicles can produce the eggs. Okay, so every month you will release an egg. Okay, release an egg to try for pregnancy. So after the 400 eggs or 500 eggs in the body, in your ovaries are released, then you have no more eggs to release, then your ovaries will officially shut down. You will march into this menopause. Okay, so menopause is actually you are out of bullets. When you have no more bullets, then you have to shut down the ovaries. So when the ovaries shut down, they will have no menstrual production. So you officially goes into the menopause, right? So zinc is nourish the ovary follicles, which means making the follicles have to produce a quality eggs. Okay, the quality eggs, and then to make you have a good ovulations. Good ovulation, of course, to bring up the conception chances. So people, ladies and men who are difficulty having baby, right? Take zinc, try. Why not? Right? Try zinc. Many people, we have many cases that after zinc supplement, they are successfully getting the pregnancy. Okay, so try zinc. All right. And of course, zinc also, some fat women, usually PCOS. PCOS is an ovary disease, usually happening in fat women. Okay, and PCOS usually usually having high testosterone. Testosterone is man hormones. Okay, and PCOS women, they are usually having high testosterone in the ovaries. Okay, so zinc is actually neutralizing the testosterone level. For men, if you are having low testosterone, low sex drive, okay, zinc will help you to bring up the testosterone, will help you to bring up the sex drive. Okay, but for women, if you're having high testosterone, which means you're in trouble. Women should not have high testosterone. Okay, only women who are very ambitious, very ambitious, look like a man. Those may have excessive of testosterone. But to normal women, usually you should not have too much testosterone. But if you are PCOS, you tend to have higher testosterone. So zinc will help you to naturalize, okay, reduce your testosterone in your ovaries. Okay, so it will bring the testosterone into the healthy level. So zinc is very powerful and really very miracle products. And also, women are used to have a lot of stress, right? Stressing the husband outside lah, stressing the kids lah, okay, stressing the homework, the kids' homework lah, having stress with the mother-in-law lah, you know. So women tend to have more stress problem than men. And zinc also supporting the stress response. Remember when I told you that the pituitary gland sitting on top of your kidney, that one is secreting the no, it's not pituitary, adrenal gland sitting on top of your kidney. That one is actually secreting the hormone of cortisol. So cortisol is supporting you to have the high stress. When your mother-in-law yelling on you, you have cortisol. You have enough cortisol, then you can hold it, or even you can fight back. You can fight back. Okay, you can yell back to your mother-in-law. When your husband yelling on you, you can yell back to your husband because you have sufficient cortisol. High cortisol will make you make you living in the high stress environment. But if the cortisol is no longer producing, when one day the adrenal will go fatigue, will stop working because always producing too high cortisol. So one day they will collapse. The adrenaline will not working. So the cortisol will all the way go down. And when the cortisol go down, then the woman will easily develop depressions. So recently, today, we received a news that the famous star, Chinese star, Coco Lee, right? Very young, 48 years old, having some diseases, and she suicide because of long-term depressions. She chose to suicide a few days ago, and now today officially she was prescribed, she was declared dead. Okay, so because of this depression, long-term illness, making her always in the high stress, one day the cortisol is no longer produced, she cannot sustain in the high stress, she will become a depression, she will move into depression. So a depression people will choose suicide in one day. Okay, so zinc is actually helping you to support the stress response. Okay, to nourish your adrenal, give your adrenal have more to produce more quality cortisol, having a good stress response. Okay, so and if you're having a high cortisol or too low high cortisol, and it will affect the estrogens and this progesterone productions. So it will directly affect the menstruations, the mood swing, early menopause, infertility, and more, everything. Okay, and of course, zinc reduce inflammation. Women also having a lot of inflammations, and period pain also kind of inflammations. Okay, so if we are having period pain, try zinc. Try zinc. It may not help, but it may help also because everybody is having different symptoms. Okay, so zinc during the period pain, you can try it. All right, it may help you to reduce or even to avoid the pain. Okay, and the zinc after the woman, the zinc and kids. Kids important or not? Very important. We all knew that zinc is related. Zinc is very important for growing, kids growing. So kids, if are having slow growing, they may be lacking of zinc, because zinc deficiency is resulting in this reduced growth hormone production. Where is the organ to produce the growth hormone? Your pituitary. Pituitary is secreting the growth hormone, one of the hormone produced by the pituitary. So don't look at the pituitary so small, tiny peanut in your body. It is very important to you, right? 8 hormones are secreting by your pituitary, and zinc deficiency will make your pituitary disorder. So if you're having zinc deficiency, the growth hormone will produce low growth hormone. With low growth hormone, you will have low growing speed. Okay, so and also zinc also affecting the bone metabolism. So with low zinc, the bone are not effectively forming. Okay, so zinc again very important for kids to grow in terms of the growing speed and in terms of the bone forming. Okay, and so zinc supplementation has been shown to stimulate linear growth in zinc deficiency child. So zinc deficiency children, they take zinc supplement. Obviously, they can have a faster growing speed. Okay, and of course another thing is as we said before, zinc. If you are low in zinc, if you have insufficient of zinc, then it will lower the learning ability, the apathy, legacy, and mental retardations. All these are related to kids' brain. All right, and kids are having hyperactive kids. Okay, hyperactive kids, they may be deficient in zinc and vitamin B6. So if you're having kids are hyperactive, keep on running here, running there, jump here, jump there, this we put it as a hyperactive. Try to give them some zinc. Okay, give them some zinc and then see whether it is helpful or not. Okay, so zinc to kids is very important as well. Zinc to elderly also. See, Zinc is improving our immunity. So to kids also, they need zinc to improve the immunity. So zinc and as well, zinc supplement also improve the immunity, down regulates the chronic inflammation response, right? So the zinc deficiency in elderly people may contribute to immunosenescence. Okay, so which is an immune disorder, right? Low immunity. Okay, so zinc deficiency is also associated with neuronal degeneration and cognitive impairment. So this is what we thought we talked about that before. Zinc is affecting the brain functions. So if you're having low zinc in the body, affecting your brain, affecting your hormones, affecting all your glands, your everything, okay, your thyroid, your pancreas, your liver, your prostate, your ovaries, all these are the glands, and all these need zinc. So zinc is very important to you. So sufficient zinc consumption in patient with Alzheimer, patient in Alzheimer, okay, decrease the rates of cognitive decline, which is the zinc can slow down. The zinc can slow down the Alzheimer patients to about the cognitive decline. They may not remember so many things, but zinc can help them to slow down the progress. Okay. Zinc and immunity, we don't have to say again. Zinc is very important. So zinc is helping our thymus. Then the thymus is a cells, it's a net of our T cells. Okay, when we are going up until certain point of age, the thymus will not working anymore. So the thymus will constrain, will shrinking until a certain very small size. So elderly people, they tend to have low immunity because of the thymus also. Thymus is not working anymore, but the T cell can be produced by itself. So we're not necessary to use thymus. We can use the current T cells to duplicate a new T cells. Okay, but when we are getting aging, the T cell we're getting less also. Okay, so zinc is very important. Zinc is helping us to reverse the thymus, to maintain the thymus function. Okay, for kids, when their thymus are still very effective, right? We have to provide them more zinc, to maintain the good functions of the thymus. Okay, thymus is over here, somewhere around here. Okay, so thymus is very important for the immunity, and of course the wound healing, the skin forming, all needs zinc, because zinc is in every cell. We have skin cell has zinc. We have hair cell has zinc. Every cell has zinc, so we need zinc every day. So if you are zinc deficiency, you may have all these problems. Okay, you may lose your taste or lose the smell. You may have a poor appetite, and you may have this depressed mood, decreased immunity, which means your immunity is lower, and your wound healing will be delayed. Okay, and you may have diarrhea, which is some loose stools. Okay, watery stool. Okay, and you may have hair loss. Okay, so zinc, you see, hair loss like me. Doctor will also say this is gene. This is gene problem. Yeah, because my father at age 40 already bald. Okay, no more hair. So my grandfather also the same. So I accept the fate that I believe that this is gene. But now I only realize that it's not really, because men, if you're having low testosterone, okay, low testosterone will cause you hair loss. Okay, so zinc, why zinc deficiency will cause you hair loss? Because zinc deficiency will make you low testosterone. Low testosterone will make you hair loss. Okay, testosterone is a hairy hormone. Women with high testosterone, you will see they will develop some big, more hairy. They are usually having highest testosterone. And men, if you're having a lot of big, you're very hairy, I saw in South Asia, people are quite hairy, you know. So usually you should be having high testosterone. Okay. So but when your testosterone is going down, then some of your hair has to sacrifice. So usually the farthest part, the farthest part will be our head. Okay, the hair will be sacrificed first. So if you're having low, the testosterone is going down, usually you will start to lose your hair, just like me. Okay. So after I realized the theory, I start taking zinc supplements. I take zinc supplements every day, and you see my hair loss from about 10 years ago until now is maintaining the same thing like that. Although it is not growing, right? I'm not expecting the hair loss grow. The hair is growing back. At least maintaining, don't go lesser. At least I still got hair, some hair. I still got some hair, right? So what I can found is when from my age 35 to 40, I lost hair very fast. The hair loss very fast. But after I realized that zinc is helping me to prevent hair loss, so I started taking zinc supplements, and I found that the next 10 years, not 48, the next 8 years after 40 until now, my hair loss is controlling. Okay, it's controlling. It's not that severe, not that obvious. Okay, maybe it's still losing hair, but not that fast. Okay, because my testosterone is going high, and you can see I'm not a big guy. You know, I'm not a big guy. I'm not that hairy. Okay, not like people having beard. I'm not that hairy. So my testosterone are from young. My testosterone are already is considered as a gene problem. Is low testosterone. My father also got no beard. My grandfather also got no beard. So they all get both. In the early age. Okay, so zinc, testosterone link together and link to your hair loss. So where you can get the zinc from all these things, huh? So if you want to take zinc, sufficient zinc, maybe you have to take 1.5 kg of beef a day, or 700 grams of fish, and these are 3 kg of eggplants, 2 kg of wheat, and or 57 apples. So taking apple also can have zinc, but you have to take 57 apples. Today in the flight, they serve me 1 apple. I can't even finish it, right? I can't finish it because I have taken some other fruits, so I can't even finish it. So I can't even finish 1 apple. How can I finish 57 apples? So this is very ridiculous. Okay, so where to get the zinc? It's up to you to choose. Okay, you can choose from the foods, or you can choose from the supplements. If you choose from the food, for the RDA of zinc supplements, okay, the RDA is about 12 for adult, 12 to 18. In India is 18. In Bangladesh, in Pakistan, I don't know how much, but in the world is somewhere around 11, 12, or 13, something like that. Okay, so in India is giving up to 18. Okay, so we put it as 18. We put it as 18. How much you have to take for the meat, for all these grains, soy, all this food? Right? You have to take a lot. Even though you can eat up a lot of food, but can you ensure yourself? Can you ensure yourself you can absorb it easily? You can absorb the quantity that you need? Not really. That's why even you're saying that people are asking, I'm taking meat every day, I'm taking so much thing every day, why I'm still zinc deficiencies? Because of your absorption problems. You're taking meat every day, you are actually harming your body. When your body in problems, do you think you will have a good absorptions? Not really. Definitely no. Okay, so you're putting a lot of toxin in the body, a lot of waste in the body, and you're making your body become weak in absorption, weak in every part. So don't expect you will take sufficient zinc from daily food. So to me, I always suggest is you can go for daily food, and at the same time you should take supplements like our zinc supplements. Okay, zinc supplement. So you will see that the zinc supplement is not providing you a whole day RDA, right? Why? Because we respect our food, we respect our lifestyle, we respect the everything in the world. We should take the food daily, and we should absorb the nutrients from the food. Okay, not everything from the supplements. Supplements is to support. Whatever you are not sufficient from your daily food, you can use supplement to support. Okay, use supplement to support, and the supporting from the supplements, because of the fine grind, the extraction, the high technology productions, making our TIAN's products is easier to absorb, right? Easier to goes into the body. So even though you are lacking, you may not know how much you are lacking from your daily food, right? So you should take the supplements. Beside the daily food, you can take all the foods, whatever you want. And beside taking the daily food, you should take supplements as well. Okay, you should take supplements as well. So like zinc, every day you have to take in our Pakistan zinc and India zinc, we have to take 2 capsules a day, if I'm not mistaken. So 2 capsules a day. So 2 capsules is about providing you elemental zinc. Elemental zinc is providing you about 4 grams. Okay, it's about 4 grams. Okay, we are using this zinc lactate. Okay, zinc lactate is easier to absorb. To zinc, we have many forms. Okay, we have the most expensive form, which is we call it zinc picolinate. Okay, and we have the lowest form, we call it zinc oxide. Okay, so every form is not saying that every form they are good or bad. It's only depending on the absorption, the elemental zinc contains, and the absorption speed. That's it. Okay, so we are having zinc oxide. People are using zinc oxide outside. So zinc oxide, is that bad? Not really. Zinc oxide is having high dosage of elemental zinc, but zinc oxide is not the bioavailability of zinc oxide is not that good as zinc lactate, as zinc picolinate, right? So we are not using zinc picolinate because we need to take care the price. If we are using zinc picolinate, this is the highest bioavailability form of zinc. But if we are using zinc picolinate, very expensive, 20 times the cost is 20 times of zinc lactate, right? So it is not suitable to make a commercial product, right? So we choose the best medium price, medium form, which is the zinc lactate, easier to absorb, accompanied with the protein in the products. Our Pakistan zinc contain proteins. Also, Bangladesh zinc also contain proteins. India zinc, if you're not contain protein, please take with the adult protein. You have adult protein and you have kids protein. You can take together. All right. So by taking the zinc, now again, zinc, usually I will tell people for minerals, you should take after meal. Why? If you take before meal, some minerals, some people with stomach sensitiveness, okay, the minerals may upset your stomach, make you feeling bad, feeling like like some uncomfortable. Some may make them having some feeling like want to vomit. Okay, if you're taking minerals by empty stomach, some may have these symptoms. So we don't know our customer, we don't know our client whether they are having this or not. So the best is after meal. And minerals, most of the minerals need some foods to transport into the body. So taking minerals after meal is always ideal. All right, it's always ideal. But for iron, okay, let me talk about a little bit on iron. For iron, we depend. Okay, iron, if you take after meal, yeah, iron product, if you take after meal, the iron will retain in the body longer. Okay, will retain the body longer. So man, if we are having this having this oxidative stress, too much iron in the body, too much ferritin in the body, okay, you should not take iron after meal. Okay, you should not take iron supplement after meal. Take iron supplement before meal. Okay, and if you have no problem, then you can stay away from iron supplements. For women, if you are having this iron deficiency causing you anemia, you can go for the iron supplement. And I think it's only selling in Tian's India, which is the Fe plus. Okay, so and vitamin C as well. Vitamin C before and after meal also have different. If you take vitamin C before meal, all right, it will not retain the iron in the body. But if you take vitamin C after meal, it will retain the iron in the body. So depends on what situation you want. All right. So different situation, you may go for different advice to the customer. So all this you need to learn from my lectures. Okay, all this you need to learn from the training. So I hope that the training, this training is really benefited to you. Always, as usual, you know me, always very informative. So I hope that all this information will benefit to you and will bring you a good bring you a very good understanding of zinc, the importance of zinc and the power of the zinc, and also making you have a very good sales of zinc products in future. All right. So yeah, this is today's zinc presentation. Thank you very much. So before we end the session, let's see any questions. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to raise your hand. I will try my best to answer your questions. All right.